Hello, it's me, Jess. Welcome to my channel. And today we are doing a lovely, juicy reading on what does the person on your mind think about whenever they think about you. Whenever you cross their mind, whenever you're brought up in conversation, what are they thinking about? We did what their feelings are last week, and to me, feelings and thoughts are very different, so I thought we would explore that difference today in this reading. Now, of course, you don't have to be asking about a romantic interest. That's totally fine. But just like the other tarot readers on YouTube, because I'm reading for so many people and I mostly do love readings, I will usually get love messages. And if that doesn't apply to your situation, it's much easier for you to pare that down and say, probably the guy that I just interviewed with doesn't want to hold my hand. Maybe he wants to shake my hand, right? Like on the deal or whatever that is. But the trunk of the message, the foundation of the message, the undercurrent of it will probably be similar. But it's just, know thyself and know thy situation. So that is all I have to start us with. I've got 3 piles here. Pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. I will put the picture up for you so you can meditate on that, and I will see you at your pile. Okay, so pile number 1, what does this person think of you? Well, they think about what a stroke of luck it was to meet you. I think you are a wish fulfillment here for this person in some way, shape, or form, in order to help them along their way, because this person that you're asking about is someone with goals, long-term goals, with a lot of short-term goals in between. And this is like these goals that this person has, it's not like any kind of get rich quick scheme or let me just pull this off like overnight. This is somebody who wants to work hard and consistently over the long term in order to get like this goal that they feel like is going to ultimately make them fulfill them, but also in a way give to the world is kind of what I'm feeling. And for some reason, they're looking at you as being able to help them in some way and help them move away from choppy waters. And I think it's because there's honestly a lot of trust here. This person thinks highly of you for sure. Now, I am getting a strong, like with these 3 cards here, this to me looks like a medical doctor. Doesn't have to be, but they are associating you with some kind of healing, and the healing that they're associating you with has to do with knowledge, intellectual knowledge that you you are both learned to this person and also you have an intellectual capacity, because not all the time do the two go together, unfortunately. But this person thinks not only are you well read and well studied, you have a capacity for intelligence, and you have merged these two together, and it's given you, like, honestly, I feel like an insane amount of knowledge. I'm hearing that you are some sort of keeper of knowledge, and this person doesn't always understand it. And I'm getting that because, King of Swords is usually someone very educated. But then up here with this book energy, obviously you have the energy of the book. This person also could be associating you with some type of like documentation, or like studies. Maybe you have a lot of books around, like in your office or something like that. But up here, right, we've got the pillars for the Hierophant, and then we've also got the blanket of the High Priestess covered by the caduceus symbol. So that, to me, that looks like maybe some kind of traditional or institutionalized medicine, but potential possibility. Somebody who like has a lot of knowledge, contains a lot of knowledge, honestly. So this person is also thinking about that they need to release something in order to be content. And maybe they feel like that is something that you can help them with. And it might even be some kind of traditional energy, because what I find so interesting about the way they're looking at you is you have a lot of traditional energy, like institutional. Think about the pathway to becoming like a physician. It's a well-paved path. Maybe not one that everybody walks down, but it's like there's a path to it, that is very traditional. It's how you get knowledge. Jupiter rules over knowledge, being well cultured, well traveled in the mind and elsewhere. But that along with that traditional knowledge and traditional understanding, you have made something here your own. You've put your own spin on it. You've interacted with it in your own way. You're not afraid to go off the beaten path. Uranus pushes boundaries, and it's heavily associated with science. So maybe this person is associating you with having that traditional understanding, which makes them feel good and safe, but that you're also boundary pushing in some kind of a way. You really do stand out to this person. So like, I'm not really getting a lot of like that this is a romance one for a lot of you. This might be like a job situation, like where the two of you could work together, and like this person just, I'm kind of getting like, yeah, the word release, like you're like this person associates you with just like a release, like, oh, thank God, like I can just, trust this person. They also notice that you are incredibly receptive, maybe that you take in a lot more information than people even realize. And then like when you speak, or like Uranus is kind of abrupt energy, but like when it comes out, it changes the way that you think about something. It changes the game. It's kind of straight into the point. Yeah, and maybe this person thinks that you speak, this is Mercury in Aquarius, so I'm getting that you speak about Aquarian things like humanity, the bettering of humanity, boundary pushing things, maybe technology, maybe like a new technology. Now, it doesn't have to be a piece of equipment. This could be a piece of knowledge that is, when applied, it's a technology to get you to like a new place. So yeah, this person sees you as somebody who's, maybe you're helping them like for the long haul, or like you're thinking about working together for like, it's not just like a quick thing, you know what I mean? The other thing that I'm finding interesting about this is with the Ten of Swords, this is how they're seeing you. And usually there's some level of pain that's involved with the Ten of Swords. And with all this kind of like healing energy, I'm wondering if they're associating you somehow with physical pain, theirs or yours. So there is a possibility that this person knows that you have been through some kind of pain, some kind of physical pain. And yeah, they know about that. Or that this person has physical pain, and maybe that's the release, like you're helping them release their physical pain. It also, like, it could be that you're like a therapist, and you're helping this person, but even if you are, this person does have physical pain that's related to their emotions. Like this person's kind of, their body talks a lot. So yeah, and the Ten of Swords, to me, it's always pain, but it's pain with a purpose. There's always a promise to me with the Ten of Swords that, yes, you might feel some pain now, but once that's over, you're not going to feel that pain anymore. Like, and there might be, I do feel like there's some level of choice here as well. So again, if this is like a job situation and somebody's like hiring you for your education, let's say, to do a job for them, like, you know, with them or to help them because you're educated and work together that way. This person's acknowledging that they have choices, and maybe they do feel overwhelmed, like with the choices, with the voices, and they know that this would be a person who wants to go a non-traditional route that they feel like you provide. And they also trust your judgment. Yeah. They know that they have a lot of options. They are not clear about a lot of it, but it's almost like seeing you're like a beacon. They're like, okay, I know, here's what I'm looking for, because I think part of it is that you have the traditional bit, but then you do the extra bit or something like that. I don't know. So this person, yeah, so what they want is the Ace of Wands. This is a new beginning. This is fire, right? Fire is dharma and duty for me. And I do feel like this person has a strong sense of dharma and duty in their life. Now, the fire element, spiritually speaking, this is like something you feel here to do. And with the Knight of Pentacles here, this person may very well be on a path to some kind of fame or prominence. They are also going their own way. This could be an energy that the two of you have in common, where this person kind of recognizes this within you, that you understand the traditional, but you're not afraid to make it your own or to push the boundaries a little bit where you feel like that's smart or intelligent. And usually people who are like that understand that you might not push the boundaries in exactly the same way as they do, but they recognize the pattern and they respect and admire that pattern. They don't expect everybody to be carbon copies of one another and all walk and talk and waddle and cluck the same way. I'm strongly getting that energy from both of you. But yeah, so this person, they want like this beginning. They want like this energetic beginning that's going to sprout up that then they can kind of carry forward. Something like that. That might make sense to you in whatever this is. But there is that sense of mission, of purpose, of vitality, of excitement. That's what they want. From you and from this connection in this relationship, there is there's something here about strategy that they are wanting as well. So, and again, I feel like they want your help in developing a strategy of some kind. Again, whether this is job, I think there's a strong healing element here. And I know I'm saying that, but like apply it to your situation, because if this is like, say, I just feel like you're very good at whatever it is that you do. So even if you're an accountant and this person's like hiring you, they're like, oh, thank God, this is somebody who can help me strategize, and they're going to bring a lot of healing in, because I think whatever the healing is, I think for most of you, this is physical, emotional, that kind of thing. But even if it's not, it's like associated with some sort of spiritual lesson or karmic lesson. So it's going to have like a healing effect, and this person can almost sense that with you. But they think very highly of you. They think that you are very skillful. Like this is an energy that you have here where it's like you don't just have one skill. You have the kind of skill, which is your intellect, I think, that one skill will lead to other skills for you. It just can't help but do that. This person sees that in you as well. And I'm strongly getting that you can flip these energies if you need to. Sometimes the messages will come through like that. If you're like, oh no, these energies are flipped, that's normal for tarot. But they want you to bring out their sun. They have a lot of sun energy, this person. That's like independence, individuality, it's vibrancy, it's health. But this the story with Amaterasu is she is a sun goddess. She's Japanese, but she tucks herself away in a cave. She hides the sun away in the cave, and they have to like kind of coax her out a little bit, I think they kind of trick her out, but then when she's out, she's happy, and she's free and she's fulfilled. So that maybe this is the strategy energy of how are you going to get me out of this little cave? Like this person, not that that's fully your responsibility. This person's planning on showing up. But they trust you to be able to get them out of their shell a little bit, or to bring them back to this state of homeostasis, like as a concept, even if, I think for a lot of you it's literal, but even if it's not. Oh, look, and we've got the healing card. Oh, as I just spilled all these, but whatever. So look, yeah, we've got the healing card here as well. Yeah, and then on the floor I can see wisdom and communication. Again, like Thoth and Hermes, that's somebody who is very educated, but you're not, this person could be used to dealing with people, right, that are King of Swords. Now you'll notice his sword is off to the side because this is only one of the 4 elements. So he's mastered air, he's mastered intellect, but that's not the full truth. Sword is an emblem of truth. Sword is off to the side. So intellect alone does not wisdom make, but you have other pieces, especially water. You know, you've got these other pieces that bolster your intellect, that helps you hit the mark more often. So basically there's a lot of respect, admiration even, and trust. Like if you're at the beginning of this relationship, there's certainly a lot to work with here with this person. Like you could really build up a lot of trust. You could have a working relationship with this person, I feel like, for a long time. You know, I get the sense that they or you are going through something, and it's like, if you get past this is something that's like gonna carry on like well into the future. Maybe for some of you, this person feels like you could write a book, you know, like with the knowledge that you have, or that maybe you should write a book, or you did write the book on, like, you know, whatever. That's how they're really feeling. So I know this wasn't like as romancy. There still could be elements of love and romance, especially because for a lot of people, intelligence is an aphrodisiac. And so you know your situation. Don't let me put words in your mouth. Oh, look, pursuit of happiness. Yeah, so Kid Cudi. If I fall, if I die, know I lived it to the fullest. I'm on the pursuit of happiness, and I know that everything that shines ain't always going to be gold. I'll be fine once I get it. I'll be good. So this person's on the pursuit of happiness. They feel like you are as well, and that you can help them get there. They know that everything that shine isn't always gold. I feel like this person has met some bad actors in the past, or people that are not good at their job or something, and they trust you. They trust you. I think there's a lot of trust, or at least like there could be. Wow, I'm not shuffling great today. There you go. Okay, so we have Back When We Were Young by the Lost Kings. I'm not going to read that one, but you can listen to that song if you want. Okay, let's get some messages. Okay, here's what I'm not going to do. This is my own deck, by the way. Here's what I'm not going to do. It's going to be for sale soon. I'm going to make it available for my patrons over there first. I've ordered it, but I don't know how long it's going to take them to print it and get it to me, but just know that this is something that's coming in the future. Here's what I'm not going to do. So let's find out what this person's not going to do. Okay, I just saw a lie. They're not going to lie. Oh boy, oh boy. They're not going to apologize. Okay. And they're not going to argue. So I want to get my process here. I'm not going to reach out. Interesting. So maybe that makes sense here to your situation. I do get a sense, because they want you to reach out to them with messages. And for some of you, it could be that there's distant communication, or there's online communication, right? And so I am kind of getting that for some of you, that they would wait for you to reach out, that kind of thing. Let's get this. Okay, while this person can be going through something, like they need your help or something, like while they're doing something else. Springtime might be very important to this person. You might meet this person in the spring, or that's when you met them, or they could have a birthday then. That's springtime is important. And also springtime, it's like, you know, spring chicken, some like new growth energy. 8. Transformation, deep diving, rituals, sex, influence, rebirth. Yeah, so, okay, the energy of 8 is very influential. Somebody here could be, I think you could be quite influential over this person, like their decisions or something like that. But the energy of the 8th house, it is death, transformation, but this is like in-depth knowledge. This is really getting to the root of things that might be hidden. Yeah. So, okay. Sorry, I'm just going to keep going with this because I have like all of my, let's see, what else? What else, Spirit? Manage. Complete. See, these are work words. They trust you to manage something to completion. That's like, if I could sum up this whole pile, that's what it would be. They trust you to manage something to completion, to help them transform and to meet their goals and to ignite. That's what Ace of Wands is all about, ignition. To ignite something here. Yeah, I'm feeling good about this message. I love it when we get like confirmations and stuff and things. So, okay, this looks stable. Yeah, they're determined to be stable is what I'm getting. Pragmatic. That could be a trait that you have. Busy. I think they think that you're busy. They also could be very busy. Observant, calm. Yes, that's what I'm getting from this water energy. You have a very calm, observant energy where you're taking in a lot more than maybe people give you credit for. And you're taking it in like by osmosis. You don't need somebody to spell out like every little detail. Shy. Maybe this person feels a little shy, or they feel like you do. Relieved, strategic. There's something like, if you come up with a strategy for this person, they're going to be very relieved. That's, might as well be this person's love language in regards to you, honestly. Yeah. So, okay. I'm kind of dancing around like these love messages. Look, I think you're very talented. That's so true for this pile. If this is a love situation, because these are more like lovey messages. I'm getting lost in the memories. But you know what that's making me think of? Dr. Joe Dispenza, like his whole program of like his meditations is all like, it's time to start building a life, not from the memories, but from this new vision of the future. Like that's really what I'm getting. But if you have been with this person, there could have been a painful ending here between the two of you. You could be getting lost in the memories. I'm not sure of what I'm feeling. It's another thing. There's a lot of confusion coming from this person around themes of release and contentment. I'm planning on messaging you soon. Okay, so maybe that is it with the Ace of Wands. Maybe they feel you're frustrated with them, or maybe they're frustrated with you, or they're just confused. I don't think this person's frustrated with you. They could be if you have papers for them, then they could be frustrated with something on the papers. That's not it. It's this one. You feel my creativity. Cool. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave this there, pile number 1, because this message came through like so cohesive. But yeah, this is a beautiful energy. And I think a lot of you are very good at what you do, and it's not lost on this person. And I think they just feel lucky. They feel lucky to meet you. And, you know, I think you are this like King of Swords. Whoa. Oh, whoa. Whoa. Yeah. This is like somebody who knows what they're doing in regards to their job. And this is like the person that's the leader, or the person who's like giving the strategy or like the plan. So yeah, that's what I have for you guys. I hope that made sense to your situation. This one felt very, matter of fact, but yeah. So that's what I have for you guys, pile number 1. If that resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Bye guys. number 2, what does this person think of whenever they think about you? So there's definitely a lot of temptation here towards you from this person's side. And I don't think they like this necessarily about themselves or about the situation. It could make them feel uncomfortable or a little bit out of control, or like a monster that they tried to stuff back in their closet, that kind of a feeling. But whenever this person thinks of you, they think that you are very magnetic, very charismatic, possibly even like very spiritual, very successful. Some of you might, I think there's an independence to you, and maybe you run your own business, you're an entrepreneur, but there's a sense of success in, I think, money, but also socially. Like, people applaud you, people are happy, they're proud of you, that kind of a thing. And this person, there is this sense with the birds here, this is all about like communication, messages, gossip, I feel like they hear people talk about you in glowing terms, and it makes this person think, it makes this person reflect. So I feel like there is a temptation towards you in the sense that this person thinks that you are very attractive and you are very magnetic and you pull people in, but you also pull this person in. But at the same time, I think that there's a temptation towards everything that you represent, because it might surprise you to hear this, but I feel like this person feels like they're stagnant when compared to you in these arenas. But I feel like this person's probably successful in their own right. I feel like this comparison, like meeting you, is not something that they expected. And so they're just realizing that there's certain aspects of self that, it's grown cobwebs, that they really need to kind of think about. There also could be some kind of a decision or some kind of move that they were going to make in their life, but not for a while. You know what I mean? There seems to be like a timeline that they were waiting for before they did this certain thing. But then meeting you has like suddenly changed things. It rocked that foundation in one way or another for this person. So they've just been doing a lot of thinking, a lot of processing. And I don't know if you can see this, but okay, so in this picture, I feel like this is you in the 6 of Wands. Like, she's wearing the red dress. She's wearing that sense of like selfhood, that confidence, that power. And in the 4 of Swords, the red is on the blanket. It looks kind of very similar, but it's on the blanket and it's in the curtains. It's not on the person. So I feel like there's something about your person that you're asking about where they don't feel like they own their own magnetism or their own power, especially in a social sense. This might be somebody who gets their power or their sense of strength and magnetism through other means, like maybe by their job or the company that they work for, or because they're a member of this family, or it's like by association or something like that. And I feel like it's worked for this person for a while, but it has also caused them some kind of pain, but they didn't necessarily realize that until they saw someone like you who was free, I think, in a sense, and independent and appreciated for being different and like for wearing your power. And you're also somebody who is, I think, just like there's a sense of attractiveness about you, but that you are also very giving. There's also a sense that you're not necessarily maybe paying attention to this person or something like that. So they're very curious about you. This person like wants to study you with the Page of Swords, and maybe this is more divine energy, like how the divine works through your life, or your sense of fortune, or maybe there has been an unexpected turn of fate. You've also got the Tower here, so maybe there has been some kind of, and this is how they're seeing you as well. So I feel like you have shaken them up in some way, but maybe they are associating you with a bit of a Tower moment. Again, I feel like this has to do with their psychology, but it could also be like maybe you're going through a Tower moment. Now, high vibrationally, the Tower for me represents like, an unexpected shift or some kind of enlightenment. But I feel like you have just shaken that sense of foundation. Now, here we've got the Hangman and the Death card, which come like one after the other. And this is all about breaking some kind of stagnation, which is what this person wants. So it could be that I feel like both of you have a sense of stagnation in your own life, but it's not the same as each other's. Like it's in an opposite arena or something like that. For this person, it might be in terms of their independence, in terms of like social likability or something. And maybe for you, you don't have like the more traditional things or the tapestries, the trappings of like power or something like that. But I don't know, take that how it resonates. But I feel like, again, you're both in this area of stagnation. So this person may want you to not be stagnant anymore in some way. They feel like you're on the precipice of something and they want you to stop clinging to that thing and like, actually shift and make that change. But I also feel like for themselves, they want to stop clinging to something and actually turn a corner and actually make this change, maybe sooner than expected. Because like I said, I feel like this person's on a bit of like a time limit, but it's like in order for them to go after their dreams or something like that, for them to do the independent thing, for them to go after what they truly want, they need to wait something out. And I do feel like it causes this person some kind of pain, or it zaps some of their energy, something like that. And this person sees you though as somebody who is very stable and maybe who is very intuitive. I am getting a strong like spiritual vibe from this pile. And somebody who maybe gets quick results in something, and somebody like you have like an unstoppable victory to you or something like that, or this person feels like with you, maybe partnering up with you in some way with Libra. And take this how it resonates, because this is just a significant relationship. So it could be romantic, it could be work, however this applies to your life. They feel like pairing up with you, taking action towards you, would help to attach them to some kind of power. Maybe that is out in the world, because I feel like the person you're asking about they focus on how to gather power externally from out in the world, in some way. It's more out there. Again, the trappings of power through job, whatever. And they feel like linking up with you could potentially bring them that and could open a new door and bring in like some kind of stability or something. Yeah. And I do feel they think that you are strongly intuitive, or they have like a strong intuition about you, something like that. So this person thinks about success and like moving towards success. You, but also potentially them, like through being with you. This person definitely hears things about you. And there's this strong like temptation energy. I think they try to figure you out a bit, because like they're getting a lot of their information secondhand. And when they see you, they just see someone who is beautiful and lovely and self-sufficient and self-contented, and that I just think makes them interested. Now, I kind of feel like this is how they feel, again, like in comparison to you, like that you're very tempting or something. And then it makes this person feel protective, or not as exciting, like in compared to you. I think that's like again, it might be very subtle, like going on from this person. It might be something they need to heal from, like connecting with their own sense of like them being all the things they see you as, magnetic and like spunky and good with people and good with communication. And you have some kind of skill set that I feel like makes you, maybe you're leaving a legacy. I think that there's something interesting about your hair that this person likes and notices, and maybe others notice as well. But you do stand out. And so next to that, maybe this person feels drab or common in some way. Not that that's what they are. It's just, I feel like that's it's bringing up, from them. But I think they also think that you have this side to you as well, because you're showing up as the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. So there is a sense of stability with you, and also maybe that you can be a little like shy or not recognizing like just how beautiful you are as well, yeah. So this person is, I feel like you're helping to change this person's perspective on something. I don't know what it is. but it's deeply psychological for them. You know, it's one of those things that really flies under the radar. And their higher self for sure senses that they can really turn a corner here in regards to this. So let me just get some more messages. Oh boy. Okay, so we have Come Over by Sam Hunt. I told you I wouldn't call, told you I wouldn't care. Climbing the walls gets me nowhere. I don't think I can take this bed getting any colder. Come over. Yeah, like this person does feel magnetized towards you. Oh. Oh boy. No filter. I was trained, I was kept in a cage. Yes. And no one ever thought I'd break free. They always said I'm too weak. I was played. I was always afraid until I told myself I could speak. Better watch out when I use my tongue because I'm a loaded G-U-N. So, yeah, I feel like this person has been caged by some kind of thought paradigm about who they are and what they are and who they're supposed to be and what they're not and everything, like all these lines and, you know. And I feel like you're a person who they see as not having a filter, you know, and you are celebrated for your differences and for like how unique you are. So let's see what else. I'm sorry if this is, I'm trying to put this together. They may want to cling though. There's this subconscious, there's a lot of subconscious going on for this person. So there's a lot of like subconsciously wanting to cling until they're ready. Because this person maybe has put a timeline on something, on a change that they wanted to make for themselves. Then I'm gonna tell the world who I am, you know? This needs to happen and then I'll do that. And then here you are, and it's almost like the universe messaging them like, now's the time. Now's the time to be authentic, you know? 5. Yeah, romance. There's definitely romantic feelings here. Romance, passion, children, pride, parties, freedom, pleasure, conflict, loss, entertainment, hobbies, fun, drama, and May. So 5 is the number of the human being and like the struggles that we can face here at times. And a lot of times they can be linked to things like romance, passion, children, and pride, you know? So I feel like this person sees you as somebody who is very fun-loving, very freedom-loving. Maybe they think you don't have a care in the world. I don't like when I get that message that comes up in the readings because I feel like that's never the case. And if you feel that way about someone, you just got to get to know them a little bit more. And then, you know, their real full story will like come up for you. But there's definitely crush feelings for sure. Again. Oh, look, gossip communication. I knew that. Replaying something that somebody said over and over again. Careful phrasing in social media. Yeah, I think this person maybe is trying to be careful about how they phrase things. They don't want to give too much away. Again, so I feel like, again, this subconscious stuff here. So it's like this is bringing something up again for this person. And I feel like they felt they had already put it to bed until they were going to feel comfortable dealing with it. Something like that. For some of you, this could be like LGBTQ stuff where they were like, maybe they are questioning and they were like confused by it. And they were like, okay, this is confusing. I'm just going to put this, you know, doesn't have to be, but that's one thing that's coming through. Oh boy. Summer. So maybe summer, like this, it's summer. Well, we're headed into summer right now in the Northern Hemisphere. So maybe like there's something here about summer. Okay, this word thus is really sticking out to me. So it's like something happened, thus this must happen. It's almost like you came in like a wrecking ball. I'm getting that song Miley Cyrus. So this happened and thus this person is kind of in this deep psychological space. That's what I'm really getting. Like they think, okay, so just to be sure that I'm answering this very clearly, this person thinks about you. They think about how successful and independent and interesting you are, how you're on your way to success, how you're celebrated for being skillful and you're celebrated for being independent. They replay a lot of what people have said about you or like maybe even things that you've mentioned in conversation over and over again, trying to figure you out. This person does feel like a strong sense of temptation, but it's like they almost don't want to feel that for whatever reason that is. And they feel like like, whatever their reasoning, they feel like they had put that to bed a long time ago. And so their feelings that they had for you were very unexpected. And there does seem to be some kind of a time limit here where this person was going to heal from something, or they were telling themselves they were going to heal from something, or that they were going to finally go after whatever it is that they wanted. So this person has buried something in their subconscious, and what they want, it's weird because they want to kind of stagnate there until their perspective can change, until their circumstances change. So there's a real clinging, and this is a psychological clinging. So there's a lot that's like buried, it's hidden from view. This person is like not really looking at it all that clearly. And this person, they see you kind of as everything with the Queen of Pentacles. They see you really like growing into yourself. They're seeing you as like the two of you merging and working together in some way, or being in a relationship together in whatever way that is, as being like the ideal match, you know, for them in some way. But they also don't feel good enough for that. And for some reason, there's like self-esteem stuff that's coming up where they feel like drab, or like they need to hide themselves away. So this person is very contemplative about this connection with you overall. Let's figure out what they're not going to do. This is a deck that I made, and it is going to be for sale soon. I'm going to offer it to my patrons first, but yeah, it's just, here's what I'm not going to do. It's kind of a little cheeky deck. So what is this person not going to do? Okay, make the same mistake as at the bottom. And we had the again card come out, remember? Okay, they're not going to pay. Interesting. I'm not going to fulfill my obligation. Maybe that's something that this person's thinking about. Maybe that's something to do with this timeline or this deadline. They have an obligation to do something for a certain period of time. Maybe it has to do with children, you know? Like, well, until my children are this age, or, you know, in college or whatever it is, like, I'm not gonna do something, you know, I'm not gonna revisit this topic. But I feel like I'm not gonna pay. Like, this very, you know, Scorpio has to do with other people's money. So maybe this has like a actual monetary thing, like somehow it's connected to money for this person. But I'm kind of getting like, I'm not going to pay the consequences of this or something. Yeah. I'm not going to make the same mistake. That's really sticking out to me. What else is this person not going to do? Concede. I'm not going to stop seeing other people. Interesting. So maybe that makes sense to you guys here, but okay, let's see what else for pile number 2. Resurrect. Something here has been resurrected from the depths of the psyche. It might be sexual, you know. Okay, so with fulfill my obligation. Okay, this is not going to be for everybody, but it's very specific, but this is what I'm getting. It's like there could be a third-party situation here, and maybe this person had a problem with that in the past, with getting involved in third-party situations. So that's where I'm not going to fulfill my obligation, but I'm not going to pay. Like, could be strategic, but that's not even going to be for most people. It's like if you pay for a third party on a credit card, and then your spouse is like, why did you go to this 5-star restaurant without me? You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Yeah, that's just for some of you though. Very specific message. Okay, what else? Act. Date. Yeah, there's romantic. This is just like all kinds of romantic tension. So that's basically what's preoccupying this. But it's tied to some deeper psychological construct that you just like came in and dropped a bomb on. I mean, you didn't mean to. It wasn't your intention. It's just, I'm getting that this was like pre-planned before you guys incarnated. You know, that this was going to trigger something here. Help. I'm hearing help. I really need somebody. Help. Yeah, because this person was like, I think maybe in a place of acceptance about something. They were trying to command themselves. And they feel like they need help, but I feel like this person is just thinking about it. They don't feel like they can reach out to anybody. Oh boy. Send and forgive. Stroll. Okay, so this person might walk a lot while they're thinking. Maybe they somebody's sending something, sending an apology. I don't know. This one's kind of interesting. Flirty. It's at the bottom of the deck. Vulnerable. What's this? Hopeful. Dangerous and bubbly. I think they think you are bubbly. So they're hopeful that they can like sort through this. They feel vulnerable and they feel like this is dangerous. Yeah. They're super annoyed. Okay, professional. Maybe for some of you, this is like a professional situation and they're trying to just be professional, but they have these deeper feelings. Yeah, defensive and ashamed. That's what this is. It's hitting some kind of like deep shame wound that is tied to temptation. I think, that's something we can all like understand and really empathize with. That's that shame, situation. Because what does Brene Brown always say? Guilt is I did something bad, and shame is I am something bad. So I feel like, this person, it's like bringing up this like feeling of like, why am I so broken, or why am I like this? There's something like that. Why can't I just be whatever, fill in the blank? Why can't I just have everything be this way? Oh boy. Yes, I'm feeling overwhelmed. Wow, you are beautiful. This whole pile I feel like can be boiled down to you're great. You're beautiful, you're strong, you're independent, you know who you are. And some of you are like, nah, not every day, Jess. Well, that's how this person sees you. So they're taken away, they're captivated by you, and then that's making them feel overwhelmed. So it's making me think that there's a third party here, or maybe there's like a cultural difference. They're told that they're supposed to be with, they're a Jew, they've got to marry another Jew. Or, you know what I mean? Something like that. I feel your wife, husband material I just saw. You feel my creativity. I hope you're not with someone else. I just saw don't trust me, but I feel like that's what this person is telling themselves, that they can't be trusted around you. I'm playing games on purpose. So they're trying to, their games though are to protect themselves. They're trying to run away psychologically. I feel like they just want to close the door on this and like move somewhere else. I am who I am. I want to be more than friends. Yeah. But they ran away. Yeah, this is like deep identity stuff. All right, we'll get one more. Not now. Oh, I miss being right. Okay, I knew it. There's like a timeline in this person's mind, and I don't know what it's linked to, but it is linked to something. Like when this happens, then I'm going to do that. When so-and-so says this, then I'm going to say that. Like there's a timeline, and I don't know if you can see this candle, but there's like quite a bit of it left to burn. So it's almost like this person was trying to say like they're putting something on the shelf, and then here you come. I will be back. We have so much in common. So yeah, this person just doesn't want to deal with this right now. You have changed me. Yeah. You're deep soul friends with this person. This was supposed to happen this way. You were supposed to ignite and trigger this in this person for this to kind of resurface. I'm sure this is a painful process for this person, and it's scary and it's deep and everything, but I feel like it's coming up to be released or to be looked at, or even just like, the human heart. It's like Selena Gomez said, the heart wants what it wants. It can't be like put all these like, okay, well, on April 4th, 2024, that's when I'm going to do it. Like, because that's what makes logical sense. The heart just doesn't work that way. And I feel like this person is kind of learning that. There is something here about power, like taking action towards some kind of power. This person, maybe that's also the timeline, like, well, after I get elected governor, that could be another thing. That's a very specific example, but it's like, well, after I get inducted into this society or something like that. I don't know. home, taking action towards their home space and a strength space. Yeah, so I just feel like I can't really explain this any better. I do think that you guys are like very different people, and I think what this person's drawn to the most in you is that the power that they have they feel like they get their power via external sources, via their job, their title, right? Like, well, after I make governor, or after I, do this or do that, some kind of external power, which I'm not knocking, that's legitimate, and people have legitimate goals, that they're going after. I'm just saying that this person, it's like they kind of associate themselves with a group of people, with a certain status, with certain ideologies. It's not they themselves that like they carry their power into the world. It's all these signals, right? That signal power that are around them that this person then self-identifies with. It's kind of that egoic, false sense of identity, clinging false sense of security that this person you're asking about is clinging to. Whereas you have garnered a sense of appreciation, power, mobility, independence, success, contentedness from being yourself. So it's very attractive to this person because that's exactly what they're learning ultimately behind whatever scenario this is. You don't need to be the governor to be loved and to make progress. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be whatever it is that you were told that you have to be in order to get love. It always reminds me of in Talladega Nights, that scene, Ricky Bobby, after he's already lost everything and he meets his old assistant at that dive bar pub thing, and he's explaining to her, he's like, everybody knows that to get love, you gotta win. He starts like listing off all these famous people, and he's like, see, all of them did something and all of them are loved. And he doesn't understand that that's not love. That's not the same as love. And I feel like that's kind of, this person is like learning that, and they're learning that through you. So that's what I have for you guys, pile number 2. If it resonates, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Bye guys. Okay, so pile number 3, what does this person think of whenever they think about you? Well, first of all, I know this isn't the question, but this person is watching you, I think. In secret, they definitely don't want anybody to know, and I think this happens late at night, like right before they go to sleep, or if they wake up in the middle of the night, then they like check your social media or something like that. Now, if you know that they don't have access to your social media, and honestly, even if you do think that they have access to your social media, this person might be having dreams about you. And I feel like whenever they dream about you, they dream about, like, honestly, being married to you and having a family and having everything just be hunky-dory and like beautiful and amazing. And that's something that they think about, is like the dreams that they're having. They might be like, well, that was weird, or if only, or something like that. But they're definitely, they're thinking about what they're seeing on your social media, like up late at night. I feel like it drives this person a little bit crazy because they want to know what you're up to, but they're also trying to play this like super cool as a cucumber, I think. So, okay. Other things that this person thinks about whenever they think of you, I feel like they think you have recently had like a windfall of success in some way with the Wheel of Fortune. Maybe like you did have some grief or you had some bad luck, but then the Wheel of Fate has spun in your favor and it has allowed you a lot of success. But this success that they think about, it's tied to freedom. I feel like you are a freedom-loving person, maybe especially in terms of your relationships. You like to do fun-loving, like adventurous things, and that's something that this person thinks about. They feel like you are free to express yourself, like to be creative, to be yourself, to be clear about things, to be open about things, to be celebrated, to have fun, and maybe that you've gotten some kind of a wish fulfillment. And even if this wish fulfillment involves money in some way, shape, or form, it's not what's important to you. What's important to you is like the freedom, that's what this person thinks. And it feels like whatever this was a long time coming in this person's mind. Like, and I'm not sure, this success is windfall energy, right? This newfound freedom. It looks like it could come from a couple of different sources. The first one is it could have come from a ending of a relationship. And maybe that was with this person, maybe it's with another person. And to be frank, I mean, it doesn't even have to be with a person at all. It could be, ending of a relationship with a company, or a boss, or an expectation, or a substance. But whatever it was, the ending of the relationship with the person, place, or thing was good for you, and it meant that you could be yourself and free and expressing yourself. Now, the second thing that I feel like this freedom could come from that they think about is these seeds that you've planted like long ago, because that are just finally starting to come up and be able to stand on their own and see the light of day and photosynthesize and gain some kind of traction. And there's a lot of promise that's involved there. So maybe some of you, like, you are gaining recognition in your career or some kind of creative field, something like that. Because another thing that this person thinks about is how creative you are. Like, they think that you are so creative and so talented, and that these latent talents or these things that you've been kind of working on behind the scenes or, beneath the surface, they're just now starting to really bloom and take off and flower. And it's something that this person really spends a lot of time thinking about. And they think about how hard you've worked or how hard you must have worked, to develop yourself in that way or to get yourself off the ground. But they think it was like an uphill climb. And I'm hearing The Climb by Miley Cyrus. Maybe there's messages in that song for you here as well. So yeah, there's honestly a lot of beautiful energy. And this person, though, they are feeling sad about this, especially if there was an ending of a relationship like with this person. They do feel really sad about it, but they're trying to stay under the radar and seem like very unbothered. Now, another thing is that they're seeing you in this hermit energy. So maybe they are seeing you as spending a lot more time alone. But it's not necessarily unhappy time. Maybe you did feel really alone in the past or like really isolated. But what I'm getting from this card is, the hermit has a lantern and usually is like following the lantern one step at a time. And I feel like that was in your past though. Like you were just, one step at a time and you were gaining that wisdom. But the lantern has been put to the side and now she is the lantern in this hermit card. And so I feel like that's it. That's, you are now a light with some kind of understanding with your own, I feel like hard work, your own like nobility. I think you're a very service oriented person and you are the gift, there's something within that you're radiating now for people to see. And part of like why you're alone right now or why this person's thinking of you being, maybe you're single now, right? Like a relationship has ended and now they're viewing you as single now and contented within yourself. They're seeing you as having undergone a major turning point in, for yourself, a spiritual turning point, which may have to do with release. So if this is something, if you were in a bad relationship and you were hiding it for a long time, I'm hearing Shadabahishak because that's something that a lot of people think they need to hide from people, but that'll keep you stuck at that particular place in the zodiac because a lot of Shadabahishak people, they'll hide addiction or they'll hide negative happenings in their life because they think to themselves, man, if anybody knew this, they wouldn't look at me the same. They wouldn't love me. They wouldn't appreciate me. They would judge me. So maybe some of you have kept things buried for a long time, but now you just walk in your truth and you're a light in the darkness for other people. That's certainly something here. But yeah, so it could be that you're single, but it could also be that you're having to spend more time alone in order to be creative. You know how sometimes artists will like go somewhere isolated or they'll lock themselves away in private while they're recording an album or like making an art exhibit and then like they come out with it, maybe that is also how this person is seeing you. But they definitely think you got the goods in terms of your talent, in terms of your creativity, and that you can actually turn it into something tangible, like it can deliver for you over the long haul. I do feel like this person, there's something here about trusting the wrong people. Maybe they worry that you're going to trust the wrong people, or for some of you, maybe they're the wrong person to trust, and that's why the relationship ended. And so maybe they're hoping that you're going to trust the wrong person again. I don't know. That's only take that if it resonates. But yeah, and I think this person also feels like a lot of people are jealous of you, of your talents, of your gifts, of your creativity, and that people want what you have. Maybe they try to mimic what it is that you do, and but it just comes so naturally from you that they just end up coming off as like trying to imitate And so this person thinks that that might be really difficult to deal with, and they have a lot of compassion, I feel like, for that as well. Now, this person, they want a lot of the things that they see that you have. Like, I feel like it's like same but different here. And maybe you've already recognized this in terms of your relationship with this person, but they feel like a lot of your goals are the same, but it's like the why behind it is very, very different. And I kind of feel like in this pile, it makes all the difference in the world, because I do think that you have a lot of goals and creativity, and maybe you even do have like some success in this world, or you're coming into your success in this world because of a skill set that you have. But within you, there's a feeling like that in and of itself, the worldly success, it doesn't fulfill you. It's not the goal in and of itself. I think, like I said, you try to really be of service. You take your skills and your creativity and try to like give it to people, and because you sense that there's more beyond those worldly kinds of successes and things and stuff like that. Whereas this person, they kind of want what you have. They definitely want recognition. They want success. But more than that, it's like they want to, that's all they want. They want to feel like entitled to having that success. They just want to have the good life and feel entitled to it. They don't really necessarily want to look too much beyond that, expand themselves too much beyond that. And that's not to throw shade, because they're legitimate spots in the soul's journey around the zodiac where that's what the soul is focused on. And I feel like that's what this person's soul is focused on. There is a sense of perfection that this person wants, but I feel like it's like they want to be seen as having the perfect life from the outside in terms of like material things, like having the right partner, getting to travel all the time, having a lot of blessings, being a boss, like that's what they want. And they think that that's going to give them fulfillment, and maybe it will, and maybe it won't in this lifetime. This person also has something very interesting going on. They want power and they want influence, but there's a split where, this might get a little bit frustrating for you to deal with, and maybe that has led to the ending of this relationship, but because this person wants to be seen, they want to be strong from the inside, okay? And they want legacy. That's what they want. But they want to be seen as somebody who's like soft and vulnerable and like sweet and innocent. But at the same time, they also want to be seen as somebody who is like ferocious and very strong and primal and magnetic and sexy. And I feel like when it works right, when it clicks in, that can be a very potent mix, but it definitely won't work right for this person all the time. Like maybe not even most of the time, depending on how savvy they are. And I feel like really when you get too tangled up with a person like this, it can get frustrating because they draw you in with the vulnerable side, and then you get swiped, and then you might even get gaslit and like blamed for it, like, well, I was just being strong, and it's like, I was like, it has the ring of like that victim, martyr, victim, persecutor, healer, kind of like they suck you in by playing the victim, and then they take a swipe at you, and now they're the persecutor. But this is not a person who's like, kind of, they're not thinking of it in those terms. So this person, there's a lot that they want external, and they want to be seen a certain way, but it's not like with you, it's coming from within. And it's like to be of service, and you can sense that there's something beyond it, and like you have progressed past this person. If you haven't, always been a little ahead of this person in terms of spirituality and understanding and insight, you have grown faster than them. If you have been in a relationship with this person, then you have outgrown it, and maybe that's why this person feels like you have pulled back in some way. But right now, I feel like this person just wants to surrender. They want to go with the flow. Yeah, you want to be of service, and this person wants to go with the flow. And, I do feel like sometimes there's compassion here from this person, and then sometimes there's competition here with this person. I do feel like it kind of goes back and forth a little bit here. And they think about that. But the way that they think about it in their mind is that you have all this talent, I think they think that you're very sexy, you're very magnetic, that you're you have this wish fulfillment, but you don't know what to do with it. Like they need to show you what to do with it. You're just going to be of service to someone, The sun is like that where it'll be very successful, but live in a very austere way because it doesn't ultimately get its satisfaction from the material things like Rahu and sometimes Jupiter will do. They do think that sometimes you're beholden to two masters here. You have the two gurus represented, Venus and Jupiter. Venus ruling over the demons, Jupiter ruling over the gods. Right? Venus, and we do have to, like they say in Vedic, you have to imbibe from both, but you've got to know like how and where to apply both energies. So I feel like you are working on that. Like you're working on getting your balance with that, of learning when to apply like which energy. But this person is kind of only Venusian in that sense, where they seem like they just want the luxury, at least right now, like in this current time. I also feel like this person is looking at you through the lens of Rahu. Rahu being like always hungry, never satisfied. There's a bit of a greediness to the way that this person is looking at you, but they're also very proud and they're trying to be like, they are very sad about how things have gone down or about missing out on you. Or your relationship, or about you pulling away and being more isolated from them and maybe building and collaborating with others and over them. They might be very sad about this. But the way that they are synthesizing your energy, I feel like it's from like a self place and it's from like kind of a greedy place. And this person, I think, does want some kind of redemption and they want some kind of justice, but their justice looks like power. It looks like self. It looks like conquering. And it looks like equality, but it's like their version of equality is pulling you down to their level, making you see from their perspective. I feel like this person could play games, and they may or may not, depends on who you're dealing with, they may or may not have like the insight into themselves. To even know that they're playing a game. Like there could be like an addiction to drama, or something here. I'm hearing this song by Sam Hunt, Breaking Up Was Easy in the 90s. And I'm just keep hearing that again. I'm also hearing Playing God by Paramore. There are just some lines that I feel like would apply. It's like, you don't deserve a point of view if the only thing you see is you. Like, meaning if you can't tolerate other people's perspectives. So that might apply here. In some way. And then there's another line that's like, if God's the game that you're playing, we must get more acquainted because it has to be so lonely to be the only one who's holy. So, and it could be toxic in the sense that maybe this person sees you trying to be of service and they're like, oh, look at you. You're so holy. I don't know how to apply those energies, but I feel like they do apply to this situation in some way. So, okay, let's get some more. They are trying to stagnate this. So maybe if you're leaving them, if you're making a decision to leave them, they might be trying to stall. I feel like they're, that whole song Breaking Up Was Easy in the 90s. It's like, I'm sick of sitting on my phone, dying at my house. I'm sick of wishing I was somewhere I could be alone. Yeah, it's like basically just the internet makes breaking up so much harder because you can see what other people, what they're up to, who they're with. And okay, so let's see, what else, Spirit? Change, fall, never. Okay, so they thought that things were never going to change between the two of you, but I do think that your relationship has taken a fall, or they feel like they've taken a fall in your eyes, or like you're in the fall of your relationship, the fall time, where things have kind of like petered out. And now all of a sudden there's this like matter of fact ending, and maybe it felt abrupt or it like felt very final to this person and they're feeling very sad. This person does feel really sad. Sometimes they feel mad though. What else? Oh boy. That was too many. Okay. Emphasis, excitement, energy, warning, caution. This could just be like a warning or a caution. Or this change was like, you know, there's an emphasis on it. I feel like it was an exciting change for you. That's what it looks like over here. It's almost like an exciting change for you. It just, you could boil this whole reading down to like an exciting change for you that's fulfillment and it's freedom inducing. And it feels like you're on your path and you're like working your way up to some kind of success. It involves your talents. It's been a long time coming. And this person can recognize that. They feel that it's not so great for them, you know? Pinpoint. This person, okay, I do think that they want to kiss you, but this person might like fantasize about putting their finger up on your mouth, just like his is. I don't know. That might be a thing. They're trying to pinpoint something. Wait and impress. Numb. I do feel like this person is trying to numb out, like maybe through TV or through sugar or something, but they're kind of feeling a little bit numb. Maybe they were waiting to impress you, and then they want to ask you to wait, and then they want to impress you. I don't know. There is something like that. That energy here. What else? Oh boy. Initiate, expose, ask. I think they're waiting to initiate something until you expose something and then they can ask you about it. If that makes sense. Maybe that's what they're trying to pinpoint. Like a way in. They do feel like there's wealth to be had with a partnership between the two of you. Let's see. Yeah, they're very curious about what it is that you're up to. And who you're up to it with. I think that's like an exact quote from that Sam Hunt song. Relieved and scared, regretful. Okay, I just asked, why is this person relieved? And then we got shy. So maybe they're a bit shy. So they're relieved that maybe they don't have to do anything. Coy, quiet, and witty. Maybe this person's quiet and they feel like you're coy and witty. How do they view you? We'll see. Professional. Eager. Okay, yeah, that's like the opportunity energy. Sexy and unique. So I feel like you do something interesting and unique and it's sexy to this person. Okay, let's see. Let's find out what they're not going to do. This is my deck, one that I made. It's going to be for sale soon, but I'm going to release it over on Patreon first. So, okay, what is this person not going to do? What are they thinking that they're not going to do? They're not going to pretend. That's good. And they're not going to wait. Oh, and they're not going to prioritize you. But they're also not going to let this go. Hey, buddy. Yeah, I do feel like this person, they're trying to like fade into the background here. All right, let's get some messages. I just thought, I hope you're not with someone else. I'm planning on calling you soon. I'm afraid to get close to people, and wow, you are beautiful. I think that's what they're trying to pinpoint, is how to reach out. And it could be to ask you something. What else would this person say to pile number 3? I keep writing and deleting messages. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I feel like this happens late at night. I heard something about you. Yeah, they're keeping their ear to the ground. I feel like this person at nighttime, they think about reaching out to you, and then the morning comes and they're like, no, I shouldn't. I can't get over you. Please don't go. I need to feel in control. I ran away. Yep. And again, wow, you are beautiful. There is a strong attraction here in this pile. Very strong. Oh boy. I'm seeking revenge. Love doesn't feel like enough. I'm emotionally unavailable. Okay, because we have this redemption energy here as well. So maybe like if you did leave this person, like I said, they're seeking out like their justice or something here. I wish you wouldn't push me away. My intentions are pure, but yet they're seeking revenge. You scare the shit out of me. So there's a bit of a disconnect in this person between what exactly is going on for them. I feel like there's this dichotomy within this person. Like I said, and when they get it right, I feel like it's really right. It's magnetic. It's like, hard to pull yourself away from. But this aspect of them that becomes the persecutor, that seeks revenge, it's not always a conscious part of themselves, I don't think. So they might not own up to that part of themselves or something like that. Yeah. So that's what I have for you guys, pile number 3. Just to sum this up, what your person thinks about when they think about you is some kind of change in your fortunes. And I'm hearing windfall. I feel like there's been a big success. It's unlocked you. It's unlocked your potential. There's a major feeling of freedom that was a long time coming for you that this person thinks about. They think about your fun-loving, adventurous nature, especially like in your relationships. Maybe you like to travel or learn, have adventures, be creative, something like that. They are thinking about the seeds that you planted in terms of your talents that are just now coming to fruition. They're thinking about maybe the ending of a relationship with them, with someone else, with a company, with a substance, something like that. But this ending was like really, really good for you. That's something that they think about. They think about you break the mold. Like you have broken the mold of something here. You're so different. I think that maybe you're wealthy, or they think you're going to be wealthy because of your talents. They think that you are very sexy, very, very sexy. They think that you're very independent, that you are a bit of a loner right now, maybe just so that you can exercise your talents so that they can come to fruition. Maybe just that you enjoy your own company at the time being. They think that you have come alive, like within yourself, that you've hit a serious spiritual turning point where you're realizing that there's a lot more to life than just success in terms of money, status, career, whatever. And that's not a perspective that this person necessarily shares. And I think they think that you're getting it wrong in that regard. They think that you need to be shown how to like spend your money on luxuries, and to be contented with that. They think that this person is not, I don't think, as far advanced as you. This person wants power. They do. They want influence. They want power, maybe over you and your perspective. But just in general, I feel like this person wants to be admired. They want to be seen as like soft and ferocious. But integrating those two things, I think, can be difficult for this person. They want to travel. They want to live the good life. They want to be seen in a very similar light that you're in, but they also want to feel like entitled to those good things. This person is numbing out. They want some kind of redemption, and the redemption is being, I think, reunited with you in some way. Yeah. So this was an interesting energy. I also feel like there is something to do with the past that they reflect upon. There's some kind of a decision here, maybe that has lasting consequences. So this decision requires further thought. And I don't know if they see you making a decision that requires some further thought, but once you decide, it's going to have lasting implications, or whether it's them, like whether they need to make a decision that has like lasting implications, but they feel like they don't want to rush that. So, yeah, and like I said before, they're thinking about the dreams that they're having with you or about you, and what they're seeing on your social media, like late at night. This person wants to surrender. They want to kind of go with the flow for the time being. And they are kind of stagnating. They're putting off making this decision, I think. So, yeah, that's what I have for you guys, pile number 3. If that resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Bye, guys.